Hello, comrades. Welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Little Potato. Can you tell where we are, comrades? This is a brand new lake. I have indeed been very busy between episodes. It took me hours just to get this far and build this massive lake right next to the vehicle grad, or thus far unnamed vehicle production area. I'm just joking. It didn't. I installed the mod. Nuclear Bulldozer and Nuclear Excavator, which is pretty cool actually, and I hope we'll get to show it off a little bit today. So I made all of this stuff with well, these four excavators actually, and it took me all of 2 minutes, which is very, very cool. Also, that's a new vehicle type available. Is that a super fast? That might be another super fast rail constructor. We'll investigate that in just a second. Anyway, the problem with the lake extension, or the problem with extending the lake further, is that I can't actually do it, primarily because the construction office has got a very limited range, and so therefore we're gonna have to either buy some new nuclear bulldozers, which do indeed cost a heck of a lot of money. Look at that. That's 358,000 rubles for the nuclear excavator. And then, what is it? It's 267 for the nuclear bulldozer. However, the speed at which they work, I think, absolutely justifies the cost. Although, I don't know if it's balanced. I mean, it's obviously not balanced, but it is ludicrously expensive. Anyway, I figure if we're able to move a couple of these machines over to the Kolgradsky huge construction office, then that would probably be fine. So if I take, I don't know, normal bulldozers and just stick them... Thanks for freezing there, video game. If I take the normal bulldozers and I don't know, I stick them in this vehicle depot over here, then that would be great. And I'll do the same with a random excavator. Boom. Thank you as ever to all of the fantastic comments that I received over the course of the last episode. There was one comment in particular that struck me as fairly prudent, and it was the way in which pavers and bulldozers, not bulldozers, sorry, dumper trucks interact. So the dumper trucks pull the pavers, but I'm not sure if dumper trucks from another construction office can interact with a paver from another construction office. So as a test, I've moved a couple of dumper trucks into this construction office, which is in close proximity to the pavers. And if we see the pavers actually start working, then that will be great. If not, then, nothing ventured, nothing gained. We've still got all of our trucks in circulation. I had to remove a couple of Maz trucks just so I could make space for the dumpers in this construction office. But apart from that, yeah, pretty much all fine. Rubles and dollars are both on the up and up. However, we're a little bit overdue on our loan repayment for rubles, so we might faff around with that a little bit later today, but it doesn't particularly matter. I mean, there are a couple of comments with regards to why don't you just wait? Why don't you just wait and allow money to accumulate and allow everything to build up? Instead of just taking out loan after loan after loan. Well, I mean, it's simple. First of all, if I don't have any money in the bank, then my population will die. And if the population dies, then that is terrible. With the exception of the Turistovsky shopping center, every single shopping center across the entirety of the map is using rubles to auto-purchase food. So if we ever run out of rubles, then people will start dying very, very quickly indeed. Very, very quickly. So we always want to make sure that we've got rubles. Second of all, when our loans go overdue, that means we have to pay more money. So I'm incentivized to continue to take out loans, because if we're able to take out loans when we are not in the red, so to speak, then that means that we're not going to be paying the penalty interest rate. As you can see, the normal interest rate on this loan, for example, is 6.51%. The penalty interest rate is 13. I mean, you do the maths on that. It's pretty bad. However, if we're not overdue, then that means we don't have to pay that penalty interest rate. That being said, I will try and play a little bit more passively. I will see if I can try and accumulate a few additional rubles, but this is going to almost certainly be at the expense of the amount of money that we're going to have to pay back in the future. Just pre-warning you on that front. Anyway, let's see if we can try and move these nuclear bulldozers over to the large construction office here. We'll add... Oh, actually, can we drive this across? We can drive the nuclear bulldozer across. but we can't drive the excavator across. The excavator ain't going to be able to make it. Okay, well, if that's the case, just move the bulldozers. The excavators can probably fend for themselves at the construction office for a little while longer. I do indeed think that I have the capability and the reach from this construction office, probably to link up all of the rivers. Probably, maybe, we may have to build like a bespoke construction office in the middle here. But I'm just thinking that we get like a river right over to here, a river right over to here, and then we'll be on the home stretch. Also, over the course of this episode, I'm fully anticipating that we will start work on the airplane production line. I know that I did say that this was probably something that would start between episodes, or at least I think I hinted at the fact that it would start between episodes, but I had such a grand old time building this nuclear lake over here, which, I mean, there may be some contaminants. We did use nuclear bulldozers in order to build it, but, you know, that being said, who cares? It's just a little bit of radiation never hurt anyone, right? So yeah, we've got that to look forward to, and I'm looking forward to extending the lake at some point. Now, is there anything that I can do to increase the speed of construction over here? I really don't think that there is. I think that we're just waiting for this tiny bit of road to finish up, and we're just waiting for a little bit of extra steel. Now, steel may very well be in short supply. It's not. It's actually... It's a little bit short supply over here, but it's not in a short supply anywhere else. Probably the real issue is that we're now obviously not auto-importing steel, which is putting a little bit of a strain on the delivery system, because the delivery system is a couple of trucks that drive literally all the way across the map. But there we go. Ooh, this is actually almost finished. Iron Excavia Iron Ore Processing Plant 2 is almost done, which is absolutely marvelous. And the reason that it's absolutely marvelous is because we've got the opportunity to add, there we go, add that to the list so that we can start producing iron through 2 plants, and that will hopefully, theoretically, dare I suggest, allow us just a few more bits of iron, processed iron coming into the steel mill, which is going to be incredible. We still need steel, and we need mechanical components. I kind of almost just want to auto-fund this. Yeah, let's actually just do that. Let's do that so that we can get across the line here. I mean, we have the steel. It's just going to take a long, long time. Okay, there we go. Add that again. Take that down to like, yeah, like 10%, 9-10%, somewhere in that region. Yeah, sure. Leave that as it is. And then this should theoretically allow for iron to come through the back. Also, I've miscalculated. We haven't built the tower here. We'll build that, and we'll build that as well. Okay, you know, so all in all, that costs like 20,000 rubles or somewhere in that vicinity. And now we're gonna be producing iron from 2 facilities, which means that even if we don't get across the line in terms of production percentage, we should be much closer to utilizing our entire workforce, which means that we're going to be making steel at a much quicker rate. We've effectively just doubled our steel production rate, which is kind of crazy, actually. And it looks like we're backlogging a whole bunch of iron in the steel mill itself, which is in and of itself a good thing to see. Very, very happy with that indeed. It means that we are actually overproducing, which is great. Very, very happy with that. Honestly, on the whole, Stalnoy has been a big win. Stalnoy has been a big win. Iron Excavia has been a big win. This entire area has actually been, it looks fairly good, fairly well thought out, and seems to be working pretty well. I mean, we're doing good things here. We're doing good things here, and that's important. Dollars are looking good as well. Okay, what do we got over here? Pump Jack is on fire at Krudanovsky. That's okay. That's okay. We can call the fire brigade. We also want to start work on this brand new town at some point, which I am acutely aware of is going to need a lot of work, and is also going to need it's going to need a city grid. Probably worth us getting a couple of construction offices to build it super quick and make sure that we have the ability to spend as little money on it as possible. Yeah, I'm gonna need to think about how we do this. We might want to get a big old port over here as well. I know that I said that I was moving it to the coast, But I didn't really talk about if we were going to add a port. But I think adding a port would be kind of cool. A little bit gnarly, a little bit unique. All right, nuclear bulldozers have arrived. Should we see how quickly they're able to operate? So we go level terrain height from center. Look at that. It actually looks like you're in the world editor. But I guarantee it. I guarantee it. This is the... Look at that. You see? See the nuclear bulldozers hard at work here? That's their doing. All right. Keep it coming. Yeah, so this is a little bit of a problem here. Little bit of a problem. We're going to have to make some sort of accommodation for the wiring. But to be honest, if I zone this correctly, we may just be able to get it so that... There we go. We get the perfect distance between the shores of the banks of the river. There we go. Delete that, and then we just get one... Oh, no, hold on. We do the level terrain height from center. Clear that up a little bit. And then that goes over there. We fund that. 6,000 rubles. Easy. Also, I never checked. What is the nuclear... I keep wanting to say submarine. The nuclear excavator, what's its build speed? Or the nuclear bulldozer, what's its build speed? Can I check that? I have to probably check that from the buy menu. Excavator, 37,000 for the excavator, and 35,000 for the bulldozer. The bulldozer is positively sluggish in comparison to the excavator. I mean, look, I don't want to cheat. That's not my intention. But I think it's the only reasonable way to actually create something the size that I was after in a reasonable time frame. And plus, if I do it this way, it means that I don't have to take 25 years doing it off camera, and I can do it on camera, and I can show off the process, which is always kind of nice, and highlight a couple of great mods. All right, so I'm thinking something like this. We ingress right over here. So this is good. This is good. Hold on. Is that... Seems to be... I mean, weirdly, it seems to be deep enough. That might allow boats to just pass through anyway. I mean, it's going to be a while before we actually finish the build process of the docks. But look, at least that's like the basics. That's the basics. Also, we do have a route that goes along this road here, but there is another connection, isn't there? Is there no other connection? Is there no other crossing points? There is a crossing point or two down here. Okay, I have a plan. I have a plan here. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that there is an alternative route for the trucks and the whatnot to take, whilst we... Oh, this isn't even gonna work, is it? Yeah, because there is no connection. There's no connection over here. I was just thinking it would be great if we could zone like an alternative route so that not every single truck that is on its way to Petrograd just completely fails to arrive there. But I suspect that that's probably what's going to happen, at least in the short term. Yeah, so this is the bit of road that we're hoping to create a bridge for. Okay, let's do by order of priority. Okay, level height from center. Make this wide enough. Yep, that's good. It's good. Good. This is my penance. This is my penance for using the nuclear bulldozer. Also, this is almost certainly not going to be able to make it across here, so give me a... Okay, that's not possible. Right, we're going to have to find some other way to get this small cable across here. I don't even know where it goes. Yeah, what's this cable powering? Oh, this is the jank cable for the... Oh yeah, how could I forget? This is the jank cable for the railroad connection. Oh yeah, I mean, that's just a disaster that cable exists in the first place. But it does secure the power to some degree. Anyway, we can worry about that in a second. Okay, Reconnect the big power cables. That's the easy one, right? Because that's just a big old wire across the river. Cool. Then we take... Whoa, 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 whoa. Please don't tell me that I had a whole bunch of trucks in there. Total vehicles lost, 20. And, sorry, you're telling me that there was no fire brigade available to... There was no fire brigade available to reach? Okay? Oh, okay. Fine. Doesn't matter. It's just money anyway, right? Like, who cares? Also, where did all my money come from? I gained a huge amount of money, and I don't know why. Anyway, that's kind of by the by. Let's focus on bridging this gap. There we go. Looking good. Take this back. Now this is gonna be a challenge because I want to bridge this basically as quickly as I possibly can. But it also needs to be pretty darn tall for a bridge. Concrete bridge, prefab bridge. I think we build a prefab bridge because I got loads of prefab panels here. Right. So that looks pretty good. We want to ideally build this in as few sections as possible, and building it in 3 sections is, I mean, just about as close as we can get to perfection, really. Does it leave, I'm not sure if it leaves a large enough gap. Maybe we go for a beam bridge instead. I think a beam bridge is a bit more concrete, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, beam bridge is a heck of a lot of concrete. A truss bridge, that's a lot of steel. That's a lot of steel, but a lot less concrete. Okay, let's do that. Let's try and build this. Let's try and build this as much as we possibly can. So, this is going to confuse a whole bunch of trucks, no doubt. No doubt about it. I don't think that there is a route around, unless I'm mistaken. There is perhaps a way. Though. I mean, what if we were to build a road connection all the way around the edge of the lake here? That might work. But it also might be a little bit crazy. MUV tunneler. Ooh, okay, all right. That's another rail builder. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, can we get this? Can we get this built? Unfinished road 2461. What do we need? Concrete and gravel. If we need concrete and we also need gravel, then dare I suggest it might be time to employ. Oh, I was about to say a large construction office from here, but if everyone is already mobilized, then that looks like, yep, we're making progress on the airline production line. And I tell you what, good progress at that. 186 tons of concrete already ready and waiting. This is good. This is very, very good indeed. Okay, open storage in Kolovskaysky. Do we have firefighters? You gotta double check sometimes, because never really sure that the firefighters are going to go where they need to go in as quick a time as they should be going in. Anyway. How many trucks did I confuse, and how much of an impact has that had? Oh, it's a steel truck. I really need steel. Yeah, I really need steel. Okay, here's what we do. We build a absolutely massive cross-country road. Hold on. We don't actually need to go into this lake properly, so give me a level height from center here. There we go, something like that, yeah. And then up here. I mean, to be honest, hold on, I've just had a great idea. Why don't I just do level height from center across here for now? Because this doesn't need to be permanent. This could just be a temporary crossing until we get the bridge finished. Terrible decision-making process there, Potato. Yeah, I mean, so it's gonna look a little bit horrific, but it's gonna allow the steel trucks to cross from side to side, and it's also gonna allow us to start work on the other side of the bridge with the same construction office, which is kind of cool, actually. Kind of very, very cool indeed. Okay, we are absolutely fine on ruble loans. We're absolutely fine on dollar loans. I really can't believe it, but everything is good. Everything is good. In fact, things are so good that dare I suggest we want to consider returning to Disneylandovsk and maybe seeing if we can try and pop a brand new bit of infrastructure in this vicinity, or at least something to link up the airport to perhaps another area. What I was kind of thinking is if tourists are queuing up at the border in a couple of different places. I mean, for example, we have, what, one entrance point, two entrance points over here. I mean, a little airport in the middle here that takes tourists from these two entrance points right over to a little airport here, then flies them all the way over to Disneylandovsk. That might not be the craziest thing in the world. You know, that might not be the craziest thing in the world. Same with over here. I mean, look, there are 3 entry points. In fact, there are 4 entry points, each with a whole number of tourists that are all looking to get into the glorious Republic. What's to say we don't just stick an airport right in the middle here, bus them over to the airport, then fly them over to Disneylandovsk? Actually think that that's probably not the craziest idea in the entire world, but there we are. Anyway, this is looking spectacular. This is looking actually spectacular. We are making such good progress in steel construction. What is this? Small shopping center in Turistovsky. This, I was way to say, might not be connected to the road network if we're unlucky, but it looks like it's just fine. Okay, that's good. So we only lost 1 building due to a horrific fire over the course of this episode, which is excellent. That's probably about average, to be honest. Yeah, this is looking good. Also, can we get some assistance from the nuclear bulldozers? I wonder. I have 2 Maz trucks that are just chilling over here. 2 big old Maz trucks. Deploy them here. Yeah. Deploy you here too. Deploy you here too. Yeah. There we go. That might work. Honestly, look at the speed at which this is happening. This is great. This is great. I know this is only phase number 1, but we are already making, you know, pretty darn good progress, if indeed I do say so myself. Very, very happy with that. We're making so much progress that I almost wonder what's happening to all of the other construction projects that I'm undertaking. Man, concrete is just a big old pain in the backside, isn't it? Concrete is a massive pain in the backside. If I was to do this all again, I suspect getting, like, local concrete production areas set up would be really rather good. I mean, we could still theoretically do that. In fact, we could have another concrete area over here. Yeah. Resources missing gravel. How on earth are we out of gravel? I can fix that, actually. I can fix that. Hold on. I know how to fix that. I have the ingredients. Or do I? No, apparently I don't. Apparently all of our gravel distributing trucks are already busy. So looks like I don't have the means to do that. Again, like, the whole gravel setup, the gravel being distributed by trucks is pretty bad, actually. It's pretty bad. It really should be done by train. What is up with the fires today? What is happening? Is fire truck called? Cool. Alright, so this one doesn't need to be connected up to the road network. We can actually access the kindergarten via the path network, which is pretty darn important, all things considered. Also, I did notice when I last looked at population stats that things have been going well for such a long time that, look at that, 176 people are living with their parents, which is fine, I think, for now. It's not even enough to fill one big residential building. Obviously, if it gets, you know, above that point, then we're probably going to want to take remedial action, see if we can do anything about that. But holy cow, look at the crazy amount of stuff that's been happening. Vehicles exported. What vehicles did I export? Did I sell vehicles? I can't have exported any vehicles, unless I accidentally had a couple of drivers that defected across the border and just took their trucks with them. I must have sold some vehicles. I just can't remember. And I can't click on this, which is very strange as well. But okay, fine. Fine, fine, fine. I'm okay with that video game. As long as I've got positive cash, then I'm actually remarkably okay with everything. Right, so I was thinking gravel, right? Gravel is obviously a little bit of an issue. Concrete is also a little bit of an issue. Let's see if we can try and make a little bit of a better concrete manufacturing area. So we need dry mass, and we need gravel as well. So gravel can come from here. That's easy enough. Yeah, okay, hold on. Let's do... Or should I say it? Let's redo. Let's redo this. Yeah, fine. I know it costs a little money, but that's okay. Absolutely fine to ensure that we have continued power output. Then, I'm going to see if we can try and find a way to get cement output from here to go into a concrete facility that I'm about to build right over yonder. If we can guarantee a connection like there, that's good. I do want to connect this up to the road network because I'm not exactly ecstatic about the fact that I'm going to have to maybe look at building this with... Oh, yep, perfect. Building this with, auto-building this with dollars. Okay, I mean, if it works, then it works, right? I'll take some roads. Ah, yes, of course, of course. I thought that that arrow was heading in the other direction, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, but it's okay. Footpath, ditch this footpath for now, temporarily, I hope. I don't suppose this is actually just gonna work first time. It actually does work first time. How marvelous. Alrighty. Well, that's a little bit of a longer trek. Will it be possible? Let's have a little look. 261 meters to get to the concrete plant, or to get to the prefab panel plant. That is just fine with me. Okay. Concrete, gravel, and asphalt. You know what? Let's fund this. Let's fund this. For locally produced concrete, I don't think you can actually pay too high of a price. It's going to speed up construction of the bridge tremendously, and getting the bridge up and running, you know, at some point soon would be very, very good. Also, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to real quick buy another... Where is it? Modded huge construction office, and I'm going to stick it down right about here. Probably that's a terrible place for it, to be honest, but that's fine. I can always move it around a little bit. Right, and then auto build this as well. $28,000. I'm fine spending dollars. I don't think that we're really close to running out of them. And then I'm basically just gonna buy a whole bunch of concrete mixers. I don't suppose there's a concrete mixer that's available with dollars. Nope, there is not. Tis not to be. Concrete mixer. What's the max capacity concrete mixer? Still the T138. All right, 12 concrete mixers seems absolutely fine. Pick up resources from here. We need to get a couple of walk routes set up as well, which, to be honest, shouldn't be too difficult at all. We need to add this as a place of work, but there's only like 5 people that can work here anyway, so that's fine. And there's a new vehicle. Cool. All right, well, that's wonderful. That is absolutely grand. That is cracking. Man, gravel is just in such short supply. Such short supply indeed. But in saying that, at least we have a whole bunch of concrete mixers which can do all of the local constructions here. And this is almost certainly going to help out to in building the headquarters of the Communist Party, which is very, very slow and literally only needs concrete. It literally only needs concrete. So by getting this plant up and running, we are in a much, much better place. But I suspect that we're still going to need gravel. Gravel for cement, right? Gravel for cement. Yeah, it's pretty much just gravel that remains the problem here. Let's increase the number of the max number of people that can actually work at the cement plant. Yeah, because we do actually need cement for multiple reasons now, so that seems like a fairly justifiable purchase. I'm pretty happy that we were able to incorporate a concrete plant into the design of this area. Yeah, this worked out really quite nicely, actually. Very, very nicely indeed. Right. Well, I mean, we have got hardly any dollars outstanding, to be honest, which is kind of crazy. And also hardly any ruble loans. I mean, yeah, 14 million. I mean, you know, 14 million, yeah, it may sound like a lot, but it's not actually. It's actually quite controllable. Right, how much concrete do we actually need for this first stage? Wow, pretty much nothing either. Okay, are you picking up prefab panels? You're picking up prefab panels from like the wrong place. Right. Prefab panels? Prefab panels are going to be from the Kolovsky open storage. That's what we love to see. That's what we love to see. Locally produced prefab panels being used for locally produced reasons. I don't know. We're, you know, buy local, folks. Words to live by. Words to live by. Right. Yeah, I think I'm actually kind of happy with this. This is all looking pretty good. This is all looking pretty good. Another freaking fire? What's happening? It's June? I get, are fires more likely in summer? I guess so? Maybe? Maybe they are? Fire truck was called and is headed to the fire. Now, bets. Is it going to be the Disneylandovsk fire truck? Or is it going to be the not the Kolovsky, the Turistovsky fire truck? I think it'll probably be Turistovsky. Yeah, I think it's Turistovsky here. Yeah, as anticipated. There are 5 adults still living with parents. Wait, what? I thought that the adults living with parents thing was going to be in Turistovsky. Oh, it's exciting that it's not Turistovsky, actually. Where on earth are all of these people that are still living at their parents' places? Where on earth could they be? Fire's extinguished. Excellent. It's not Aluminov. It's got to be Petrograd then. It's got to be Petrograd. The dark horse. The dark horse of Petrograd. Slowly but surely being built. Taking an absolute age because of lack of concrete. Let's fund this with dollars. Pretty sure that almost all of our concrete trucks burnt down to the ground in this horrific fire. 20 trucks lost, dude. Oh, that's crazy. All right, let's see if people naturally start to migrate over here. 3 did. 3 did. Okay, so that means that it's not Turistovsky. It's not Turistovsky. It's not Petrograd. Stalnoy? I think it might be Stalnoy, dude. I think it's Stalnoy. Huh, okay, well that's exciting. And honestly, it's great news. The reason being is that I have waited a long time to get steel production up and running, and suddenly everyone wants to live in the town that produces steel. So, I mean, who am I to decline such an offer? If there's 200 people that are looking to, you know, be added to the workforce, I'm obliged to answer that call, and I will spend a little money on making sure that it is indeed possible for everyone who wants to work to actually do work. Why you can't do work when you're living with your parents, I don't know. What about this way? No, it's gotta be this way. Fine. Okay, and then let's just build it with dollars again. Sure, sure, sure. I don't know why, but my loan repayments have been very, very under control. It's probably because I'm just bringing in so much money. Like, it really is bonkers. Okay, so I should... Yeah, I should expect pretty much everyone to move in here. We're expecting around about 200 people to move into this flat. I would expect. This is the problem with not having, like, local accounting offices pretty much everywhere. In fact, that might be something to invest in. Yeah, I think we should get a local accounting office somewhere. Somewhere in Stalnoy. Just so that we can keep tabs on our people. That's probably prime real estate for a house over here. What about over here? Yeah. There we go. Okay. It's gonna take a little while to get built, but at the end of the day, it doesn't particularly matter. about the pace, because we already have accommodated a good number of workers over here. 166, that number is decreasing, which leads me to believe that perhaps we are looking in the right area. We're looking in the right area, and that's all that really matters. I mean, if we see this number sort of go above 340, 350, then I think we know. I think we know that everything is good. Man, I cannot believe how successful we have been at producing steel. Like, this area is just, it's just worked. It has just worked, and it has worked well. Like, my goodness gracious me. I don't think we've got any issues at all. Apart from maybe the fact that we need to get a few more people into the business of iron mining. But to be honest, 100 seems to be keeping the steel mill and the processed iron storage area full. So, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I was always taught. If it's not yet broken, then there is no cause for concern. Things will be absolutely fine. Are we able to deal with the sheer amount of coal that is actually required here, or are we going to need to buy some new trains or some new toys or something else to perhaps increase our coal output here? Because it almost doesn't look like, even with this train here, I mean, we might just fill up the aggregate storage, but there's barely going to be any buffer. Yeah, so there's like 60 extra tons on board this train. Wow. That's kind of bonkers, actually. That is kind of bonkers. I am highly surprised. Okay, well, I have to hope that we have more trains coming. I mean, I know that we do, but it doesn't feel like they can be filled up fast enough. Coal might be our limiting factor here. That seems kind of crazy to say, because we have infinite amounts of coal available at the border, as long as we have the cash for it. But there we go. Right. Okay, right. How's the airline production facility coming along? How's the airline production facility coming along? Oh my goodness gracious me. It's already halfway done. It's already halfway done. How crazy is that? How freaking crazy is that? It's because these Maz trucks, dude. The Maz trucks are so great. I don't know if they necessarily break the game, but the fact that they could deliver resources in such large quantities, I mean, 50 tons of steel arriving is just bonkers. It's a lot of steel. That is a lot of steel. Right. Are we still moving resources around here? We're a little bit low on the old boards. A little bit low on the old boards. What's the issue with boards? Resources missing woods? Wait, what? Need workers to fell trees? Wait, have we not been making boards for... Oh my god, we haven't been making boards for ages. How did that happen? That must have been that way for a very long time. I suppose we need boards for so few construction projects that I guess I just never noticed. Global market report. The price of coal ore on global markets is going down. The global economy is impacted, and it is possible that prices will not return to normal anytime soon. Oh, yes, that is such good news. That is such good news. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is absolutely incredible. What am I looking for? I'm looking for current prices on the global market. Coal ore. Look at that. Okay, so last month... If I just give me this year. Give me this year. Coal ore. Alright, I mean, it's not huge. It's also really difficult to see because I'm zoomed out pretty far. But I guess it's going to decrease, right? Like, I guess it's going to decrease to some degree. I mean, I'm looking at the buy dollar price. So I'm buying at $12.18. Thereabouts. Which is fine. $12.18. So, I mean, if it goes down by a couple of cents, it'll undoubtedly save me a bit of money. But it's probably gonna be... I mean, it'll probably be something. It's purely gonna be something because of the sheer scale of all of the materials involved. I mean, if we're buying in hundreds and hundreds of tons, then, you know, can't help but be significant. Right, are we able to actually fell trees down, please? Can we do this? Yeah, I think that we're on this. We're on this. This is good. So wood is coming through here, or it should be coming through in a little bit. We got a plentiful number of workers. We just need the wood to arrive. Speaking of wood, actually, we should maybe think about doing a little bit of planting, so as to ensure we're able to continue to provide a whole bunch of wood, wood for this wood post to cut. Excellent. There we go. Wonderful. Okay. So fell the trees, get that done, get that moved. Amount of wood in the forest, there's a lot of wood in the forest. It just needs to all be chopped down and then moved into the wood cutting post. And for whatever reason, that hasn't been happening because the bus stop wasn't configured to send people to the wood cutting post. I wonder why that was. Did I redo that somewhat recently? I don't think that I did. I don't think that I've touched that in, like, ages. But hey-ho. Anyway, now we're going to get boards, and that's marvelous because it's been apparently a ridiculously long time since we had boards. But there you go. Okay. Heating plant is still operating without issues. I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be operating at all at this moment in time, given that it's the, you know, middle of July or start of July. It's very, very hot. 25 degrees Celsius. Love to see it. Love to see it indeed. I mean, everything seems to be running. Also, what is this? This is not good. We are out of gravel. Okay, gravel processing has been neglected for a little bit, it seems. There is a walk route to the center of town. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit less than ideal. Seems like we need more people to work at the gravel processing. A little bit of a downside to this is that we're going to see a little bit more pollution. But the upside is that we're able to actually distribute gravel to more places over the course of over the entirety of the map, really. I'm running low on dollars, but that's actually not going to be the case for much longer because I'm sure that our steel train is about to arrive, which is grand. We need boards. No, we don't need boards. Boards have been delivered. It's steel. 280 tons of steel is required. Yeah. 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 Is there steel around here? The problem probably is that it takes such a long time for this steel to be delivered. Because we do have a couple of trucks of steel that are en route from Stalnoy. But I can't imagine it's that many. It almost might be worth constructing a brand new storage facility just for steel. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but the reason that I can't rationalize it is that it's going to allow more of the automatic distribution office trucks to be active at the same time. That may not make much sense, but let's have a little look here. So if I plonk that down over there, there we go. I'm pretty sure this little bit of road will, yeah, sure, 846 bucks. Yeah, just build the storage facility. Build the storage facility. It shouldn't take too much effort. Get that done, and then we can talk. Right? Get that done, and then we can talk. Also, how are we doing building the railway over here? Fine. Railways are so unbelievably slow to build when the game is doing the building. So unbelievably slow. Large coal power plant. Holy cow! Look at the speed of that. That's quite impressive. It's just concrete that we need. Again, another benefit to having a local concrete plant is that we can also use it to build the large coal power plant, which is going to come online very soon, and also, no doubt, suck up all of my processed coal and use it all. But that's fine. That's fine. Right, the unfinished roads, that is part of the bridge. That's all coming along just fine. I don't think there's anything to complain about. What about the headquarters of the concrete? The headquarters of the concrete facility. Headquarters of the Communist Party. This is... Hold on, this is still set up incorrectly. Let's reconfigure you to come across here. There we go. I don't know if it's going to make much difference, but I presume that the reason why this facility has not been given all of the concrete that it needs is because all of our concrete is going to other places. Probably most you know, notably the large coal power plant. We could kind of fix that, actually, by buying a few more concrete mixers. Let's buy up to, like, 24. It doesn't actually cost us that much money. I mean, we did just spend 240,000 rubles on concrete mixers. But actually, I mean, what else do we need to do with that money? Not much. Not much. We could repay it, but, I mean, why repay it when you can build faster? Look at that. We're not even having any money issues. We're not even having any money issues at all. What's the rate of interest that you'll offer me, video game? 7.2? I almost kind of feel like I should absolutely take that. I feel like I could pay off a good number of loans here. I mean, if I could sort by percentage rate, that would be really helpful. Is this it? This is it. We hardly have any ruble loans left. 6.5, 6.5, 6.2, 6.6. I mean, I can pay off a couple. I can pay off these two. Pay off these two. All right, pay off. Yeah, the two smaller loans. Pay off the two smaller loans, and then can't pay off that one quite yet, but that's okay. So what does that give me? That still gives me 7.2. Gives me 6.5 on this side. So, I mean, there's a little bit of money that we can save if we were to take out a 6.5% loan and pay off a 6.6% loan. Yeah, maybe, but doesn't feel like it's necessarily worth it. Doesn't feel like it's worth messing up the finances at the moment. Steel and boards. Yeah, steel and boards remaining a problem. And the problem is not the production of steel or boards, it is the delivery of steel and boards, actually. It represents a fairly big old problem. A fairly big old problem in the grand plan. Yeah, not happy about it. Oh, our gravel trucks are back. Does that mean that we're delivering more gravel to this place? No, but that's fine. Unload. There we go, 90%. There we go. Good. So that means that we can get both of our gravel truck distribution offices to fill up the gravel at Turistovsky, because apparently this is like one of the key gravel aggregate storage areas now, so it's very, very important that we do something about that. We're low on cement, but the lowness of cement is caused by the absence of gravel for the production of cement. Oh my goodness. There's always something, isn't there? There's always something. However, good news. We only require a whole bunch of concrete in order to finish the large coal power plant, which is very, very exciting. And this area, yeah, it's still steel and boards, but also concrete as well. Also concrete. But I feel like all of everything is coming together in a really nice way. Ooh, speaking of everything coming together, how did the people find the brand new flats that I provided them? Nice. Only 120 people moved in. That means we still have a whole bunch of people that are living somewhere that I'm trying to track down and still can't find. Where else? Where else could it be? It's not Disneylandovsk, it's not Turistovsky, it's not Potatograd. I mean, it might be Kolovskaysky? Oh, I never considered Kolovskaysky because I just kind of assumed that they'd move into these houses and then die. 118, but it actually is, or at least part of it is, which is fine, I guess. I mean, this is a good opportunity to perhaps test how good our construction network really is. So let's see if we can plonk down. Let's see if we can plonk down a little bit of road. A little bit of road over here. And then we will do one of these. And one of these. Alright. Now we see how quickly our construction offices are able to get this stuff down. They just need concrete, they need gravel, they need asphalt. Apart from asphalt, I don't think that we're going to have any issues with the length of time that it takes to deliver resources to the prefab flats over here. But that's just personal. That's just a guess. It's just personal opinion. Right. How's this coming along? Mechanical components and we need steel. Okay, well we got our steel. We got our steel now, we just need our work days. I could fund that with dollars, but we're getting a little bit low on dollars. Let's not push it too much. A-line production line, we're still waiting for boards. In saying that though, everything else seems to be here. I think there is a very, very good chance that we're going to be done this in the next couple of minutes. 200 and something workers, actually. That's it's pretty impressive. Also, we have a concrete truck. We have a couple of concrete trucks that are doing concrete export, or sorry, cement export. I wonder if it's actually worth just selling these trucks or using them somewhere else. Because I really feel like when we're not producing cement, there's no point in just driving to the border just for the sake of it. You know, maybe we'll just do something like this. We'll just put everyone that's currently on the cement routes into hibernation, for want of a better phrase. Okay. Oh, whoops. Good time to autosave their video game. There we go. Okay, so that basically puts a lid on any cement exporting. I mean, we make so little money from cement exporting anyway that I don't think that I'm gonna worry too much about the massive loss that we're gonna sustain from that process. So that's fine. Look at this. Look at this. It's all working. It's all working. The large coal power plant. I'm telling you, it's happening. It's happening. It's actually happening. Right, how fast can we build the prefab multi-story flats? Not as fast as I wanted to, apparently. Not as fast as I wanted to. Here comes the... Nope. I was waiting to say here comes the asphalt, but that's absolutely not asphalt. That sucks. That sucks. Also, where's my steel train? My steel train must be at the border already. Also, look, you see this? We've got loads of Maz trucks here, and, well, one Maz truck is still left in the depot, even when there is steel to be transported. The reason that this can't complete the journey, by the way, is that there are already steel trucks that are on the road that are going to fill this open storage up to 290 tons. So, what I mean by that is, it's better for us to get a brand new bespoke... You know what, just build this. It's better for us to get a brand new bespoke open storage that we can limit amount and then just basically constrain to just steel. There we go. There we go. So, if we do something like this, and then we set this facility over here to also unload... hold on. Yeah, to also unload into here when the storage percent is less than 90, then we should immediately see the truck. We should immediately see the truck. We should immediately see the truck jump into action. There we go. And indeed we absolutely have. And to be honest, I'm actually inclined just to get more Maz trucks. Go, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. It costs a little bit of cash, but absolutely worth it in the long run, I think. Yeah, absolutely categorically worth it in the long run. How are we doing on iron storage? Iron storage is fine. Coal storage is a little bit more spotty. We probably need more coal than we're currently buying in at the border, but there's not much more that we can do about that. It's okay. Yeah, maybe we should take our foot off the gas in terms of steel export. I wonder, because we're exporting such a large amount of steel that maybe it's not leaving enough to be transported. I suspect there's a plentiful amount to be transported. It's just a case of actually doing the transportation. That's the real problem. All right, looks like we fixed the board situation. Yep. We are still missing a little bit of wood, but we're mostly able to get wood into the sawmill now, which is great. We've got steel coming in from the Stalnoy Medium distribution office into this open storage area. Now, we have a couple of distribution offices that are linked up to this open storage here. I mean, this distribution office, for example, distributes from this facility and takes to this facility. I feel like I should also set up another load. Yeah, load steel above 0%. So we can now draw steel from this facility as well, which I think is going to make a little bit of a difference. I'm basically just trying to move as much steel as we possibly can to this vicinity. Unfortunately, because I'm doing it with just trucks, it's just taking an absolute age. So any of the changes that I am making right now, you know, will not be apparent for, or the impact of the changes will not be apparent for like another 10 minutes whilst the trucks just drive across the map, even at double speed, which is kind of bonkers. You know, but I mean, that's why we have a 5-year plan, comrade. That's why we plan so far in the future, because I am so incompetent at planning in the present. Indeed. There we go. Unloading boards. Love to see it. Love to see it. Look at this. Look at this. 229,000 rubles away. It's just steel that we're waiting for. We got plenty of it. We just need it to find its way to the right area. And also, I need to see what happens when this area is completed, because we need to dedicate some airplane parking or car parking or whatever to this facility probably. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of factory connection shuffling, I suspect, but that is just a guess. Yeah, steel. Here comes the steel. Is this the last? This is the penultimate steel truck, actually. The penultimate steel truck delivery before the last stage, I believe. In fact, no, hold on. This is the last. No, there is one more stage after this one, which requires another 50 tons of steel and then 13 tons of mechanical components. So we're on the penultimate stage at the moment, and I'm just really rooting for this airline production facility. I'm astounded at how quickly we have apparently managed to construct it. It really is remarkable. Okay, so steel is going to be unloaded, and then steel is immediately going to be loaded up and then taken on another truck to the next appropriate facility. I will say, however, there are a few hiccups here, there, and everywhere in the general logistics process, but on the whole, seems to be working out just fine. To be honest, seems to be working out just fine. 22 tons of steel. That is the last steel delivery for the airplane production line. I'd very much wager. Yep, indeed, it's going to airplane production. But yeah, on the whole, it seems to be holding up in a fairly robust manner. Seems to be working just fine. Ruble loans. Look at that. Ruble loans. That's incredible. That is incredible. 6.4 rate of interest now. Now that maybe is worth looking into. It might be worth picking up that loan and paying off this one. But again, 6.6 to 6.2 just doesn't really seem that worthwhile. Also, why is nobody taking my super duper speed? My super duper speed asphalt road. Infrastructure's in the way. There we go. Build this. Let's see how quickly we can build this road. We can cut a little bit of journey time off here. That seems like a reasonable and totally rational thing to do, right? Absolutely. Okay, one more load of bricks, and I know that the bricks are around. The bricks are definitely here. They're in both storage areas. This is the one. This is the 32-ton brick, 2-ton brick delivery, which is good. Has a construction office been assigned here? Yep, loads of construction offices have been assigned. It's gravel. Gravel is coming. Now we got gravel here as well. All right, we got plenty of gravel. Whereas we used to not have enough gravel, we now absolutely do. Ah, look. The motor returns. The motor returns. Also, how on earth do I have so many rubles? What is happening? Obviously, tourist spending is great. Exporter resources. What have I exported? I guess I just had a good bauxite month. I guess so. Man, bauxite has really saved my bacon. I really did not anticipate aluminium to be as useful as it has been. The aluminium plant, however, we've done pretty much nothing on that front. Made very little progress. Very little progress. Also, I'm importing fuel at the moment here. I feel like I could do better. I feel like I could do better than that. Have I linked up that gas station to my fuel system? I don't think that I have, you know? I don't think that I have. I think that I just built it and then immediately forgot about it, which, to be honest, doesn't sound like me at all. There we go. Unload 80%. Cool. Yeah, that does not sound like me. Weird, eh? Weird that I would build something and then immediately forget about it. Super strange. Yeah, wow, just completely out of the ordinary. Completely out of the ordinary. Right. Still no real tangible progress on the bridge. Is this because we just don't have enough buses? I suspect that we're bussing people around. And then it's just taking too long. Yeah. Also, all of our steel is being prioritized for the airline production facility right now, which is okay. I guess that's why the headquarters are taking a little bit of time. But, yeah. Probably just speculation. Look at this. Okay, 65 tons of steel, 13 tons of mechanical components. Come on, video game. Come on, video game. You can do it. You can do it. Where's the last steel truck? I say the last steel truck. We may very well need 2 steel trucks. Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, here they come, actually. And the mechanical components are bought in at the border anyway because we don't have the facilities to build them locally. So I guess they're going to be in this truck right here, 6.5 tons. That's the maximum amount that the truck can take. So what are we after? We're literally after 14 tons of steel, 0.75 tons of mechanical components. I think we can do it. I think we can legitimately do it. I think this is the time. This is the freaking time. Is there steel here? There's no steel here. Oh man, it's so close. It's so close. We've got to have another steel truck en route. There we go. We totally do. Look at that. Look at that. All right, the last steel truck is arriving. Oh, you love to see it. Oh, you love to see it. It's great. That's so great. So great. How's the bulldozer doing? Laying the foundations for the brand new bypass. This is an official orbital potato bypass right here. Pretty happy about that. What are we? We're just waiting for steel. I cannot believe how quickly we were able to build this building. I sincerely want to know, how much would it normally cost me to build this one? Dollars, vehicle production line, railway, airline production. Airline production line, holy cow, that's $1.1 million. 900,000 rubles. I basically just got a 900,000 ruble building. I don't want to say for free, because obviously there's an opportunity cost here. You know, we're not exporting as much steel as we could be. We're not exporting as many prefab panels as we could be, etc., etc., etc. You know, so there is an opportunity cost, but yeah, fundamentally, it's free. It's not cost us anything to get this airline production line up and running, which is crazy, 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 crazy. That is a 1 million ruble building for absolutely diddly squat. Over the course of a single episode, by the way. Like, we only started building this. We only started building this thing at the very start of the episode, which is kind of bonkers. Also, this paver is on site. Is the dumper gonna come and pull the paver? I bet this is the dumper that's gonna come and pull the paver. Now, where is this dumper from? Where is this dumper from? It's from this office. Okay, so that's an interesting interaction. It looks like only dumpers within the same office can pull pavers. All right. Well, I don't approve of it, but the more you know. Look at the size difference here. Look at the size difference. All right. Yeah, you're out of here. Presumably to go and pick up some asphalt or whatever. Cool. All right, what do we need? 2.3 tons of mechanical components. Oh no, we need 14 tons of steel and 0.75 tons. All right, well, here come the 0.82. Oh, it's just turned into autumn. It's just turned into autumn as well. Where's the steel truck? Come on, there's got to be steel nearby. Oh, come on. I was so hopeful. I was so hopeful. Perhaps steel has been taken from somewhere? I don't know. 3.8 tons. How much do we need? That's not enough. That's not enough. 3.8 is not going to cut it, unfortunately. We need more than 3.8 for the airline facility. Where's the next steel delivery truck? Where is the next steel delivery truck? It must be almost here. Transporting steel all the way across the map. Oh man, what a debate. What a massive debate. I was so unbelievably certain that we would manage to get this done. Literally just 14 tons of steel. Literally just 14 tons of steel. In fact, 10 tons of steel, in fact. 10 measly tons of steel. Also, can I check out the prices of no, not that one. Can I check out the price of buying in coal ore? Yeah, we're buying it in at $11 something. It was $12, what was it? $12.18 when we last checked in on this. Oh, it actually dipped quite significantly below 10 for a while, but now it looks like it's sort of rebounded. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's good, but I'm not sure that it's going to make all too much of a difference in the long run there, but whatever. Man, I really do not want to build... I really do not want to auto-fund this, or auto-build this, I should say. Like, I am so unbelievably determined that it should be entirely built by local materials. You know, auto-building at the very last moment seems like a bit of a swizz. Hold up. Maz truck. Here. Steel. Get rid of that. Pick up your steel here. Is that gonna work? Look at this. You're gonna pick up steel. You're gonna deliver to the airline production facility. Okay, so this whole plan of dragging steel all the way across the map to this open storage specifically, a bespoke open storage for steel, I think it's gonna mean that we have way more trucks constantly engaged in the movement of steel. Doesn't seem to be the case, as those trucks aren't particularly interested in moving. These two ones over here for some obscene reason, but hey ho. Man, oh man, oh man. Look at the amount of stuff that we've got. Also, we are absolutely out of dollars, which is not necessarily the end of the world. We'll just set off our steel train to the border slightly earlier than we would otherwise probably expect to do, just to mean that we don't have $0 for too long. Also, how have we almost built a large coal power plant as well? This is also looking very almost complete. Scarily so. Scarily so. I guess that's where some of the steel ended up going, eh? Alright, well, I'm now anticipating the truck. Where's the truck? Here it is. Here's the truck. This is the last and final truck. 240 people on site to witness the completion of the airline production line. I cannot believe it. Obviously, this is just the start of this area. We have a whole bunch of additional areas to go as everything gets built. It's gonna be great. Look at that. We did it. We actually did it. How unbelievably cool is that? So, it takes a huge number of workers. Completely to be expected. That's why we have the train platform here to bring in a large number of workers as well. Connect any parking areas first. So what does a parking area mean? I presume that it means where would it be? Engineering industry, space for vehicles / containers large, and I suspect that it probably needs to be directly connected, which is not a problem because we can just throw it in here and rejig some of this infrastructure. Alternatively, probably easier just to throw it into this factory connection and then just bridge across this road and around. It's going to make it a little bit more irritating for the forklifts to deliver all of the warehouse materials that are bought in from the border, but that's fine. I mean, that doesn't particularly matter. Can we purchase a blueprint? Connect any parking areas first? We cannot purchase a blueprint. I really do want to purchase a blueprint. However, it seems like a good idea to leave, to leave this on a little bit of a cliffhanger for the next episode. We're gonna buy a blueprint in the next episode. We're gonna start producing aircraft in the next episode. I hope, if we can connect up this this rail line. And I dare even suggest that we might be debt-free in the next episode. I mean, financially, things are going great at the moment. Everything is looking up. The glorious Republic will take to the skies in the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been OpenPotato. Thanks as ever to the fantastic support over on the Patreon page, patreon.com/OpenPotato. Thanks to Banana, C-Senpai, and Aurelio from the $325+ tier patrons. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.